For the part 3 of our lesson evolution. In previous two parts we have discussed about the concept of evolution. Then we have discussed various types of animals or the classification of the animals. We have seen vertebrates, what is meant by vertebrates, and again classification of vertebrates into mammals, then birds and different type of animals. Today we'll be discussing the last part of the lesson, and that part is apes. Okay, you know that apes are our ancestors from whom human beings are evolved. Human beings are evolved from apes. So, a kind of monkey, you can say, a type of monkey, and these were mostly spending or living on the trees. And as at the beginning there was not much shortage of food on the trees, so most of the time was spent on the trees. But as the climate started changing, there was a need to get down from the trees and search different type of food. Like they started searching fruits, then roots of the plants. Okay, so slowly the life was changing. The apes were getting changed, and from them the human beings are evolved, or they are, we can say, change into human beings. As I have told you, they were similar to human beings. There are so many, what can we say, similarities between human beings and apes. They are considered as ancestors of human beings. Okay, the next part that is important for you is primitive man. So what is primitive man? Primitive man is the first man, we can say. Okay, from apes man started changing, I have told you. So at the beginning, how was the man, and where was the beginning started, or where was man first found, or how some of the characteristics of human beings were seen? So the primitive man was found in the continent called Africa. So the first human beings were found in the continent of Africa, or the first primitive man, we can say, the ancestor of human beings are found in Africa. And how we are able to tell that they were found in Africa only? So I have told you at the beginning of first lesson of our history that we have some evidences. We have some evidences on basis of those we can tell about the past. So the same way, even the ancestors or the forefathers of human beings, they also were found, and their skeletons and their fossils were found. So on the basis of the study of these fossils, on the bone study, we are able to tell that the first human beings were mostly found in continent of Africa. This man was similar to apes. And what is the difference between today's man and the man, primitive man? As he was mostly found that he was not standing straight, he was not able to stand straight, he was bending, or his limbs, especially hands and legs, were not much flexible. Okay, so they were not able to stand erect or straight. They were not able to stand erect or straight. Slowly it found that the stiffness in their body, or they were getting, we can say the body was getting flexible day by day. They were getting flexible day by day because they started using the limbs, they started using their hands, they started using their legs. As they were walking, their legs and their they were using their hands. So these parts of the body were getting flexible and they were able to move as they want. And afterwards they started becoming erect, their body started becoming erect. So that we are going to discuss in detail in the next lesson, how was the man and how changes have found from Homo habilis to Homo sapiens sapien, or today's man. So what he used to do, what was his food, that we are going to discuss in the next lesson. Okay, so now the last part of our lesson is exercise. So today we will be discussing about the exercise questions of the textbook. So it's better if you keep your textbook in front of you. You can pause the video, bring your textbook, and we will discuss the questions and answers. Okay, so let's begin. The first question of your textbook is fill in the blanks. And the first question in fill in the blank is, the first systematic explanation of the concept of evolution was given by. You have options like Charles Darwin, Willard Libby, Louis Leakey. So these are the options that you have. So what do you think? What may be the answer? Guess. Okay. The next question is, are the most evolved animals among vertebrates? Evolved means which animals among the following group are most evolved? Most evolved means they are changed. They have gone to different stages of change. So aquatic animals, amphibians, mammals. We have three options. So answer of these questions, like the first systematic explanation of the concept of evolution was given by Charles Darwin. We have discussed in our one of the video. Then second question is, are the most evolved animal among vertebrates? The answer is mammals. What are the mammals? I have told you, mammals are the animals which give direct birth to their young one. Their babies are born out of their bodies. They are not born from the eggs. And I have told you the exception, why the platypus and anteater are exception for these characteristics. So mammals are most evolved. They are changed most as compared to vertebrates, other vertebrates like aquatic animals, then reptiles. So mammals are most evolved. They are changed most. Then second question is, what do we call animal which live in water and also on land? The animal that are living on the land and water, they are called as amphibians. Amphibians are the animal that can live inside the water, or they live in water also, and they can survive out of water as well. The next question is, where did the first human appear? Now only I have told you, the first human appear on the African continent. They were found in the African continent. Okay. The next question is, give reasons for the following. The first question is, the species of dinosaur which were enormous in size became extinct. Extinct, I have told you, extinct means they are not found now. They were in the past, but now they are not found. So they are extinct. So what are the reasons why the species of dinosaurs which were enormous in size or big size, why they got extinct? So there are reasons that we will be discussing. And the next question, in the course of time, a new species with characteristics different from the original species is created. We will discuss the first question, that is species of dinosaur and why they got extinct. So answer is like this: some sudden natural disaster or environmental change is believed to be responsible for their extinction. So it is believed that some natural disaster, like I have told you, it was rather, most of the scientists believe that there was fall of asteroid. That fall, it was a heavier one, and there were clouds of, we can say, dust, as well as there were clouds of different particles, and these were harmful to the different animals, and among them even dinosaurs were got extinct. And some natural changes like environmental was changing, so they were not able to adapt, or they will not able to survive in the changing atmosphere. This also told the reason for extinction of dinosaurs. Then even fossils of dinosaurs with the wings have been discovered. It is believed that some species of two-legged and winged dinosaur evolved into birds. The next question, that second one, B1. In the course of time, a new species with characteristics different from the original species is created. Answer of this question is, in the process of survival by adapting to environmental changes, certain internal physical changes occur in some animals of those species. So I will explain it. So it has found that some animals are changing as the environment was changing, and they were changing along with the environment. So they were changing, there were some changes in its body. The changes were good for the survival of that animal only. Okay. For example, as human beings at the beginning had long hairs on their body, but as they started wearing clothes, and the hair which were on its body, human body, they were useful to protect themselves from the cold atmosphere. But as they were wearing more and more clothes, or they started wearing clothes, so the work of hair was reduced, and slowly the hair on the body also started reducing. Okay, they started reducing. The same way many animals are changed according to environmental condition, whether these animals use more and more that particular part of their body or not. For example, some animals, as they were, some of the beaks of the animals got changed. As for example, at the beginning they were eating meat, like some birds were eating at the beginning, they were what can we say, carnivorous. They were depending on the flesh of the other animals, and afterwards as they started changing and they turning towards the vegetarian food, so the beak was changing. It means that there will be change in the body of the animal as the situation changes, as the climate changes. Then last question is, fill in the blanks with the in the concept chart given below, like living things. So you must have the book. So if you have the books, you will find that the highlighted part or the bold part is the answer of the question. So first is animal without a backbone is invertebrates. Then again these two columns are blank in your textbook, like snail is one example of invertebrates, and earthworm is another example of invertebrates which don't have backbone. In the next column, vertebrates, the definition of vertebrate is animal with a backbone. Okay, so examples of these vertebrates are aquatic, amphibians, reptiles and mammals. So answers are which are darken one, or which are bold letters or black letters are the answers. So you can write down these answers. So what you can do, you write down those answers in your notebook so that it will be easy for you to study. And then one more activity that you have to make at your home. The activity is like make a model of a dinosaur. Okay, you can make model of dinosaur by using old newspaper, or you can make from clay. Okay, so this can be done, and the project that you have to do is collect picture of invertebrates and vertebrates and stick them in notebook and write down their characteristics. What you have to do, you have to collect the pictures of different animals and you have to categorize them into invertebrates, vertebrates. Invertebrates are the animals which don't have backbone, and the vertebrates which have backbone. So you will paste the pictures of different animal and write their characteristics. Like mammals, in front of mammals you will write definition and examples of such animals, and along with this you will paste the pictures of mammal. Then you will take one more example of aquatic animals. So what are aquatic animals? You will write definition, then examples and pictures. This way you will write all the animals including invertebrates, vertebrates. Again vertebrates are divided into mammals, reptiles, then aquatic animals, amphibians, birds, apes. So these animals category you will write in short their definition, examples and picture. This you will paste in your notebook. Okay, this can be done at home. Okay, this is all about this lesson. I hope you must have understood the lesson thoroughly. Till the time if you have any doubt, you can send me an mail. And most of the students are seeing that they are not watching the video completely. So till the end you watch the video, and if you have doubts you ask by sending a mail or calling. And those it is found that the most of the students are not sending their worksheet on the time. So do that also, and keep studying along with the taking care of, or we can say, in the rise of corona. Okay, till the time take care and have a nice day.